Hold is glue. I'm actually not sure. There we go. Then like this. Then I can switch between the two perspectives with a single click of a hotkey. Awesome. So I think I'm well set up for casting. They're playing Cove Inferno, and they're actually betting like really far. On this matchup, I would probably pass it like 4K. I guess they're like really like Cove. The meta has been adapting in a way that we actually get the we get to see like a lot more Inferno being used and utilized quite a bit. What should we bet on? Who do you think will win? I think that Gluhammer is gonna win. Then again, I don't know anything about Garryson, so my call is literally based on nothing. Glue's around 26, I see. Could you shrink your camera so you'll be sitting on Glue's armchair in the back? No. Okay, so let's actually have the prediction too. Map winner, it's gonna be either Gluhammer or Garryson. And let's give you a nice 15 minutes to decide while they're still trading. 5900, and Glue passes, so he'll be the one playing Inferno. Unless they actually re-roll the faction pair. I might have not noticed that. By the way, let's try and see what this audio is. Actually, there's no audio. Sure. Wait, in that case, we should get some audio. Some Heroes Fortunes. The good old. Heroes for us. Yes. Hit us up. Oh, I feel like casting. Like, this feels like casting already. Because during Jebus Roulette, I actually used to listen to this, like, so much. Heroes 5 also was better. Listen, the series will probably go on for, like, a little while. So, I think we'll get to Heroes 5 Oz as well. How to bet. You should be getting a prompt to do so, if it's not banned in your country. Wait, it's actually... Oh, plot is Rampart! So they're actually betting for Inferno over Rampart. So we have a trade of Gluhammer being paid 6,100 gold to play as Red Rampy versus the blue Inferno of Garryson. I would say that the Inferno's favorite here. Especially, they ended up passing the color like super early too. On 200 now. Yeah, 200. Pretty easy. Casted like a fishing rod. Yep. Humpty and Hump 1 are the most nostalgic to me. Same! I mean, Hump 2 is the most nostalgic to me. I don't know anything about Hump 1, and I don't really care about the game anyway. So yeah. Hero Street Town Fiends, yeah, they're actually like very, very nice. So they're actually going game 1 already. Nice! We're gonna be seeing some high quality Jebus Outcast, I believe. I don't know much about Garryson, but Gluhammer will probably... Well, will most definitely bring a good game, pretty much no matter what the situation is. I have no idea what you said or did to me. Could you repeat that? Oh, now I see. Okay, I see. Where are you from? You're pretty popular at Russian-Ukraine community. Oh, cool finding rest. I'm from Lithuania, so also Eastern Europe, but like a little bit different. Okay, so Glue immediately goes for... Oh, he actually realizes that he doesn't have gold. It's concerning demons. By the way, he goes for Nymas instead of Maris or Fiona. Interesting choice. I mean, it definitely makes sense. Wait, that's actually Garryson, not Gluhammer. This is Gluhammer. He's playing Rampy, of course, with lots of gold. He has a boss that he could do immediately for Centaurs. That is the Pikeman one over there. The next boss is going to be nice eventually. He scouts out the road to one side and then actually goes to the other side immediately. I almost never do that because, you know, moves are pretty precious. But then again, scouting is also precious, and if there's something along the road on the other side, you kind of want to be able to do that immediately. So yeah. Offense fairly is nice first. It is, but so is the Demon Specialty. Demon Specialty is also like really good. It's pretty hard to say which one is going to be better. Less vodka and more suicides here. Yeah, I mean, apparently. These things might be correlated too. Lecture by chat, has there been any rule breaking this time around? Always. Shut up, I want to hear the music, Kappa. Damn, Lecture is going full rapper. Am I? That's natural. Music too loud or only me? If a few more comments come like that, then I'll make it a little bit lower. It's a bit loud. Okay, then, good enough. Make it a little bit less loud. Please update on whether it's good now. Okay, it's a slow part. Wait for like the music to pop back in before commenting, because yes, now it's probably gonna seem low. Wait, we actually are already well, actually Gluhammer is still probably deciding whether he keeps this or not. Oh, he's actually doing the drag the screen thing in order to actually prevent his turn from passing, so he has more time to decide on whether he wants to keep or not. It's a neat little trick. I don't usually use it, but I've seen people do that. The only thing that that's a huge turnoff for me is the Russian text, because I can't remember everything out of memory, so I'm just sitting here, like Sag. I wish I had learned Russian back in days. I mean, there's nothing really of value that the... Yeah. Wait, finish run game? Yeah, I guess he's just, like, stalling. Lag after one-on-one. Oh, yeah, I guess they ended up crashing. Sure. He's gonna offer draw. No, I don't think he's gonna be offering any draws. He already wrote one-on-one. Oh, okay. I see, I see. So I think that's Gluhammer's one-on-one coming out. Okay. He had like a doable box earlier, and he had some wood as well. I love how barbaric, Bab in Cyrillic. What? 134 Sims. Okay, seems good. I wonder if one of them will go like super ultra tempo. Oh, by the way, what is the elo of Garryson? I don't even know. Immediate tells, and he actually doesn't use the hotkey to pop the army. Like many people actually pop the army into the hero by moving it back and up and down. I usually just use the hotkey for that. I feel like hotkey is gonna be more efficient. Immediately I'm homestead for her Gluhammer. Nice. Wait, he actually accepts free central loss denols. You get 15 seconds for fight, you may as well, like, use that, right? I don't get to speak a lot. I usually sack quite a bit of army for the sake of, like, convenience as well. But, you know, it's a tournament match, and that was, like, a super easy save. What's hotkey to do that? Control, Shift, and Alt, and you can click on any of the units, and then everything will pop into the other side.
Oh my god, another friend!
How much rating have you lost today? I gained, actually, quite a bit of rating. So, and I'm also like well on the way of winning another one, I think. So yeah, pretty good day. Appreciate your subs, Skin. Which opera is this? This is Home 4 soundtracks. Okay, so the last racer comes out, that was the one remaining on Garrison's side. He immediately sees a boss that he can do, that's amazing. He also optimizes and now builds the demons on E1. Realizes that he has barely enough gold for this. And then this boss is amazing, by the way. It'll get him going pretty much immediately. We're about to see some infernal high-class tempo. This is not even imps, by the way. This is familiars right here on the Seaman. Also, if the camera cannot go out of focus, that'd be like amazing, no? Cole Farrell. The Outcasting? Nah, that's fine. Hello, hi LEXIAV, how come you ain't the top 100? What is the main reason? You attribute losses to you? Random? No, just not playing good enough. If I played consistently at top 100 level, then it would be top 100. I am, you know, not some victim of always never lucky RNG, okay? Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days. I feel like I have the capacity to play at top 100 level, but I don't always do. That's all. Hey, so let's go. Get John and Rito to co-cast with you. They went amazing last time. Honestly, for this kind of event, they would actually fit in pretty well. Maybe it's some... Oh my god, 40 wood up! Whoa! Wait! They're both super turbo! Oh my god, wait, back to the game. We have 40 wood elf box on day 1 for glue. Holy! That's insane. Now he's probably looking for wood to upgrade these, and then he can pretty much do any fight on the biome already from this early of a stage. Wow! And wait, the box against that were guarded by the Seaman ended up not being Gogs, it was Cerberus even! For a Nymus, that's probably way better than Gogs as well, I would imagine. There's not that many of them still. Also, I think that this, like, is really big. I think we should have these be smaller. Later. I like my channel points now. We'll see. Get a co-host? Nah. There's more excited about cast. I mean, I get to be. I'm always excited when it comes to Heroes 3 and gameplay and like whatever's going on. But when I'm playing on a very short timer, it's hard to like emphasize my excitement as much as when just chilling on the side and casting, you know? That's how it is. What's Garrison's rating? I actually don't know. If somebody could check that out, that'd be cool. More brain power available. Exactly. Dude, like, Gluhammer's gonna crush this. Now, listen, Gluhammer is known pretty well among the Jebus Outcast players in high rating. He's like the turtle. He's never gonna attack you, okay? But he's gonna farm the whole map and he's gonna be doing it efficiently. Better than you will. So, whenever you're losing against Gluhammer, you're usually facing a very excruciating, slow, painful loss. But if he were to tempo, I wonder, maybe Gluhammer would actually attack for once and go aggressive. Okay. Alright. Rank matches? Shell Turtle. They're all in HotA Abyss. There's an online lobby that you can join, and then you can actually play with people in online rank matches. That's how it is. But then again, Gluhammer goes bunker despite having these elves. It's such a slow play to make. He could be farming like boxes, creature banks right now, but instead he chooses to go for something like this, which is honestly really weird to me. But okay. Online lobby, got a link. No, Google HotA Abyss. Well, actually I do. Exclamation point download for the links that you need. He needs wood. He does need wood, but there has to be like better ways to get that. You have like 4 sawmills in the biome. You may as well take a chance and just go down the other road and you'll eventually find it, alongside other things that will help you as well. So yeah. Actually 2 fire legs here on the road on the side of Garryson. He's actually doing pretty well too. He found an inbox, he found a familiar box, and is building up the Dynamis pretty well. And he will be able to hit up both these fire legs too. So a good 3D stack is on the menu here for Garryson. Nice. Loop like very slow. Bunker for some wood is sad. Well, yes, but at the same time, you can kind of understand his perspective too, right? He didn't have any wood outside the bunker. If he had any wood outside the bunker, I'm pretty sure he would have preferred that instead of going for the bunker. He was kind of forced into the decision. But I would argue that him going towards the bunker in the first place was the mistake, because there would be like way more roads and way more opportunity to find wood outside of it if you went the other route. But yeah. I mean, he has time to gather army since he already has what he needs now. If you're gonna be... Well, yes, but by that point he's like losing his advantage and losing his tempo, because he's not using it to gain even more tempo. That's the only thing that the tempo is actually useful for. And if you're not using it, then it's kind of wasted. He took gold mine, do some ore. It seems to fit with his playstyle. All of that was actually along the way to the sawmill that he was going for. Not taking those would have been just pure inefficiency. So all of that actually makes quite a bit of sense. So yeah, Gluhammer is going for like a treasury. Oh, he's hero. He took offense, he took scouting and air magic. He's developing his hero pretty well so far. A big treasury here. Okay, so Garryson is able to build the freedoms in his main, no problem. Few dwellings, a few external dwellings, dwelling in the main. Honestly, a really solid game for Garryson so far as well. I think it's actually going to be like a pretty close match. We might even see some late game action here too. I don't really know how aggressive Garryson is. Unless he very offensively goes for glue immediately, then yes, this is very likely going to be turning into a very late game type of match. Glue's waiting for his turn, while Garryson is doing a treasury. A pretty big treasury. Probably the perfect size right now. Anything more might actually hurt. Anything less would be not that rewarding. And here he's getting quite a bit of experience. He's getting a good amount of gold, which he's really lacking because he ended up starting with like no gold whatsoever. So yeah. It sounds like LEXIAV talks faster, so he does... so he does get interrupted by himself. Possibly. Well, Kappa. He takes fire! Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so I think the idea of taking fire there is that he's going to be going for every single school of magic. So he may as well pick up all the schools of magic as he goes, so he's going to be guaranteed eventually every single one. But still, that is such a pessimistic play. That is a very pessimistic, I would say. Because you're assuming that you will never roll into the good stuff unless you're guaranteed to get it. But in Jebus Outcast, you usually get like good things. But it's a tournament match, and it's against Gluhammer. I guess he just wants to go, like, consistent. Okay. Seems good. Yeah, he actually ended up upgrading the Grand Elves in the side town, so that's why the treasury ended up being, like, super easy. And now this box is gonna be maybe, like, Pegasi, or maybe even Dendroids. And that would actually set him up for, like, an entirely super game. Even more super than he is already having. Free Fire Lakes. Oh yeah, Free Fire Lakes flagged on week 1 for Garryson. I would say that's above average. To be able to build up the army, build up the internal, like in town, Fire Lake, and then get so many stones on week 1, all while keeping up your tempo is really, really great. Amazing. You also find some Maxi Medusa stores. This is actually... Oh wait, that's a mini, not a Maxi. Oops. Mini and Max actually look like a little bit similar. Because, yeah, you're usually watching out for the pack, and there's a pack in both. Cheating with stream snapping, yes. Take dope week 1. Nah. Not like that kind of terrible, you know? That would be like a little bit too much by that point. Hit the knees button. Use the knee. Nose? By the way, that unicorn boss is probably Pit Fiends, and he's playing Nymus. So Garryson is gonna be having like a really good time, I think. Dwarves from Earth Elementals. Oh yeah, he actually ended up getting 50 dwarves. I mean, it's not bad, but you would be expecting better from a fight like that, right? Yeah, you definitely expect better. That's a little bit unfortunate. He still has like plenty of good bosses to do. So yeah, oh my god, this is a horde of them. This is looking like a very exciting box, okay. And also a pretty exciting box coming up for Garryson as well. These swordsmen are guarding a box and a Colosseum. He has so many boxes around the base wall. Yep, exactly. Dendroids probably. Let's see. I would take water there, actually. Pegasi. Really good. Solid box. You'll love to see these. It was on the road, it was actually gave him quite a bit of experience, and take that many moon points, and ends up giving you 25 Pegasi. Nice. Really powerful. Do you always have to do the circle mouse move when you wait for auto resolve battle? Circle move when... No, I don't exactly know what you're talking about. Pegasi and Horde of Steel, interesting role. Yeah. Pigeons aren't actual units, so contrary to popular belief, they're just demon farming devices. No. They actually just do so much damage. They're amazing. Oh yeah, so we're about to see the boss that he's getting. This is probably demons, but potential pit fiends. Let's see some pit fiends. Okay, demons, yeah. Okay, sure. I started doing circles with my mouse too. I think he's talking about how you just move around your mouse in circles when you Q plus enter. Do I? Oh no. I didn't realize I actually reorder my items like based on how they look and what they do in my miscellaneous slots. I actually didn't realize until somebody pointed it out. Is this another one of those things? I see it. Whoa. Gluhammer is deleting his elves, huh? Or like how I take the... Instead of being fast on one stack, I usually take the entire stack back out. I don't know why I do that. It doesn't do anything. But yeah. I guess it's just one of those things. This is another good box for glue. Well, no, actually it's like partly dwarves. Oh, Grandes. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Hey, Alkin! Welcome! Appreciate the raid. We're currently casting the match between Gluhammer and Garryson. Both of them are like super turbo. Free Lakes, flag week 1 for Garryson, and he builds it in the main, alongside some other good bosses. Meanwhile, Glue, on day 1, gets 40 wood elves. Imagine. Oh wait, there's a Beppo Goose! Oh my god! Like, listen, usually Goose is maybe not that good. It's like, okay, it's pretty good, but it's not like game winning. But with Gluhammer's playstyle, I feel like he makes the most of it. More so than any of the other players. And at the same time, Blue's actually having trouble building army and building towns as well, because his wood was pretty late, and then also, whoa, he has the diplomacy already. Okay. I see. Alright. Enjoy the caster. Just finished my fight Sky vs Monte Cast. Was a fun vs 3. Nice. The flawless goose, yeah. The last time I had that, I kind of failed. But then again, I blame it on Tower, not me, so there we go. It's actually 1-4 already. The armor for Garryson is amazing. He has demons, he has Ifriti. He's actually dope ready already, I would say. And he's flagging even more. Well, naturally so. Why wouldn't you? He's gonna be built. Oh, takes the Diplo. Okay. The hero development is way better for Gluhammer, I would say, compared to Garryson. I should be taking my final exam right now, but I really love hearing Lexi commentate on this match. Study, man. You'll be able to watch this later. Okay. Marketplaces. A marketplace builder. Wait, actually he finds Utopia. Garryson might be taking a week to top here. I don't think that actually anything is stopping him from doing so. His army is like really good. He'll be losing quite a bit of it, but he can afford to lose that for the sake of gaining some relics. It would be good. It would be good. LEXIAV's stream is more important than education. No, it is not. No. It really is. Forget systems engineering final. Oh no. They're best, man. If you do well, you'll be able to enjoy Lexi stream forever. Is education in some ways. Well, Kappa. Okay, wait! 14 Dendroids on the side of Gluhammer, but I think you built all of those. There was not a single boss for that. I also didn't notice Gluhammer's dope positionings. If you were to have those in good positions, I feel like you would be able to go for those like pretty soon as well. The current dope timing for Jebus Outcast is pretty much start of week 3. If you're not getting Utopias by that timing, then you're probably either having like a pretty bad game or you're doing something wrong. So yeah. I'm pretty sure they will be looking to catch these kind of timings as well in this game. The worst part is that Garrison's Utopia is pretty awkwardly placed. Like, you see that terrain, you have to go like all the way around there. Pretty hard to get there. All I'm taking 3 years to grow. Hey, Kurzak. Ooh, bitch. Actually, I never do stockpiles. They're so scary to me. But Gluhammer feels strong. I think he actually lost quite a bit of army here. Yeah, 19 elves. He does get the resources, so he gets to build like whatever he wants to, but he's slowing himself down at the same time. And whenever you're like slowing yourself down for the sake of something, it better be something like pretty good. And I'm not sure if like a stockpile really qualifies for something good. Not to mention, he had to use quite a few movement points as well for that. It was like 500 to go back and forth. Killing army and stockpile is Rampart. Question mark. Yeah. The faction does really matter too. If you're doing it on a faction that relies on building up the army, for example, Stronghold, then it's kind of okay. Your box army is not going to stick with you for the game. They're only there to get you that ancient behemoth super stack. But as Rampart, your army from the early bosses is your actual army. So it's like pretty different for different factions as well. But it's maybe his winning condition. It might be. I might be missing something. I think he should upgrade the Pegasi here in order to be able to close up the distance to the Liches immediately, right? Oh, he doesn't have the dwelling build. If he had the dwelling build, then yeah, that would be better. Did you win the castle mid-game? I had 2 castle mid-games in a row. The first one I ended up winning, and the second one I was playing, I couldn't finish yet because the time for the cast came up, so I asked the opponent to save. But that game is looking really good. We have diplomacy and we have like a side zone of million behemoths, by the way. It should be a very exciting match, basically. The LEXIAV, how's it going? Hey, kind monster, it's going pretty good. This box, I think there's like a little bit too much value that too many items that dilute the value of the box because there were like so many things next to it. Despite the guard being big, the boss is still small. It seems like Glue didn't expect that, so he had like quite a bit of a reaction there, visually. Alright. So now he has this type of army. I wonder where he will go now. He actually collects the elves. He goes for the library. That's so slow. This will probably take him like 3 turns to do. And all he's getting for that is plus duel. I feel like that's actually a pretty bad play, but I guess he feels like he doesn't have anything better to go for. Oh my god, wait. Gary went like full Dora the Explorer and went like really far off the road in order to find something, and he didn't find much at all. And however, he got bailed out by the fact that there was, in fact, a town gate over here. So he's gonna be able to come back into civilization without any problems. Otherwise, he would have had to move like that many turns back, and now that would have been super pain. Right now, it's only kind of pain. Still pain, but manageable. Is Blue winning? It's hard to tell who's winning so far. I would say that actually Garryson is doing better. Just because of the call that... Wait, can he actually... I'm trying to think, what is Blue doing? Is he actually just going for the library like that slowly? He's using like 3 or 4 turns just to get the library. He has the goo, so his income is like absolutely insane. But... It's kind of weird. No, he's going bunker. Oh, I guess so. So he's not going like straight back, but still. Does he have enough wisdom? I guess he's looking to get enough experience along the way. Going for the library is gonna give him some experience too, huh? No matter on Glue. Glue has air magic for sure. In terms of actual spellcasting, that's something useful. Well, not really. Yeah, it actually might be a bunker play. But then again, he's gonna be expecting this army to take on 2 bunker guards. He would have to get like pretty lucky in the bunker guards. If there's like any titans, fast flying dragons, or anything of the sort, he'd be like immediately gone and not able to get that at all. So yeah. Gets the Gogs. Sure. He's at advance right now. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable to expect that he's gonna be getting another level up by the time he is where he needs to be. And yeah, Garryson successfully made it back, and now he has a really great stock of graffiti. He has like a few options right now. He can either go towards the break and just break and farm the desert, or he can actually go for the Utopias. Well, no, he has a in-between option. That Utopia over there actually is kind of like on the road to the break. He ended up skipping the Wisdom level 6, so I don't think he'll go bunker. I think he's gonna go Wisdomless and is gonna be looking to get the control spells from the other places instead. Go to all and go spells. Yeah, I mean, I assume that's the case by this point for Glue. I don't agree with this decision, but then again, Glue has beaten me enough times to, for me to respect his decisions, even if I don't agree with them, you know? Glue's a great player, so I'll just sit and watch. That's what we're here to do. He doesn't even have tactics, does he? Nope, he doesn't. He needs to really get lucky in the bunker guards, honestly. If he gets any unlucky on the bunker guards, he's pretty much immediately out, I would say. It's a pretty desperate situation. Yeah, just move in, right? Easy peasy. Oh, Riebrka. Is that how it's called in Russian? Okay. Ribcage, yeah? Stop backseating, hire MMR players. Bro. He will get XP from the guards. Yeah, of course. That's the idea. You don't have to like prep the expert wisdom before going for the bunker. You are going with the assumption that you're gonna be having something else too. 51. Okay, his army is getting like better. 117 Grandels. There's some Pegasi. He built up quite a bit of trees. He has a 29 Dendroid Soldier power stack, despite not having a single Dendroid boss. Pretty respectable. Good stuff. Good stuff. Whoa, I didn't mean to. Okay. Wait, I wonder what these guys do. Oh, this is actually the 2 boxes that are next to the site down. So yeah, this will be 2 boxes. I'm expecting maybe like demons and gogs? Maybe pit fiends and imps even. Let's see. Goggy and demons. Okay. Alright. Hey, wait, actually I made that call, huh? Cool. I like that. I think it's just a Rebra. Oh, okay, I see him. Into sleep, I heard demons and cogs. Okay. Hey, this ain't no code tier 2 unit, okay? It's the Inferno tier 2 unit. I wonder if he doesn't want to upgrade the... Oh, okay, he is actually trading up to probably upgrade. No, he's actually building up to the... He's actually going to be keeping the Gogs as Gogs. Prioritizes the Afridi upgrade. Oh yeah, and we see the first guard for Gluhammer. Ooh, he's getting messed up by these champions. But then again, this is actually one of the better gods that he could have had. Loses the Centaurians. Okay, and the other guard? Okay. He'll make it, but it's gonna be pain. This is pain. This is suffering right now. And even when he gets like all the spells... Oh, wait, he took scout... Wait. Oh, yeah. He still needs another level too. And these guys don't have a lot of HP, so he might not actually level up into Expert Wisdom. And not to mention, even when he does do all of this successfully and gets the box, he still has no knowledge to use the control spells. I really question this decision making, honestly, to go bunker. Now, yes, I'm a bunker hater, so I'm quite a bit biased towards not going bunker. I understand that, but still. Yeah. Actually, the auto had a pretty decent result. Yeah, this is not as hard as it would look initially. Okay. Or rather, he's actually stronger than it seems initially. Everyone's smart as a bunker hater. Nah, it's not like that. But still. Oh no! Oh no! He doesn't have wisdom! Oh, he needs 4k XP! Oh no, Glue! And he might actually skip the next level up as well. But that point he would just need to take the box anyway. I guess, yeah, he will sack whatever he has. Dude, we might say goodbye to the goose! Oh no! The goose! Let's hold the goose, Glue! Oh no, the goose is gone! The goose! He needs to like split it up as well. He needs to split it. Oh no! The goose! Please! Is he gonna do it? I mean, he has to. There's no other way. There's no other way. He has to split the goose and sell it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Goodbye, goose. Wow. You will be remembered. So late game incoming. Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye, goose. But all the spells. So Glue all of a sudden has control spells as well. He goes for the town. I would have actually down portaled immediately. If he didn't grab the town and then with town portal, he would actually be able to get out of here immediately. Which would be kind of nice. It would be like a little bit efficient. But I guess he prioritizes the marketplace and potentially also... Oh no, he actually needs the University of Magic. Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah. University of Magic is actually going to be like pretty nice. Of course, of course. The Healy's last game, me. We didn't end up finishing the game against Centaurion. Ooh, hey! Gary showed up! He looks very grumpy. He looks... It's okay, he's only focused, he's only focused. Still worth it if you think about it. Yeah. He could have done like a lot of other things at the same time, you know? It is worth it in a vacuum, but if you compare it to like some of the other potential things he could have done, then it suddenly looks a lot less good, I would say. But we'll see, we'll see. Infernal player has air advantage! Dude, bro, oh my god. Alright. Well, let's see what he does with the spells. Oh, yeah. Why the long face? So... Wait, what does Glue do now? Nothing. By the way, I think we're through with these symptoms, so we can actually spectate them one by one. Okay. Ooh, 30 Sultan break. That's not what you want to see. Oh no. Well, then again, if you were ever want to see this break, it would be when you're the one actually having 30 Sultans as well, because then you don't kill yourself into the fire shield, at the very least. Kulu needs army law. Yeah, he didn't end up building into any army. And, well, now that he has control spells, he'll be able to like farm his biome pretty efficiently. But then again, one player is farming biome, the other player is going to be farming desert. But also worth mentioning that one player is the player farming the biome is going to be doing it with control spells. The player farming the desert might not have it for quite a bit longer anyway. So yeah. He's actually like doing what? Oh, he's going for the side break. Okay. He could get like heavily punished there if there's terrain blocking the access to the road. Actually, I think he sees already the connection to the road. Okay, so it's not too bad. Though then again, he could run into Titans, and then it's even worse than just breaking the 3D Sultans. There's plenty of different ways this could go. We'll see. He runs over to the magic well. Then yeah, he can DD. There's another magic well on the other side. He can DD over into it, and then consume the magic well, and then TP. No? I could just immediately TP. He gets a little bit of moves by using the flag. Unless he wants to use the flag somewhere else. No, that would be the only concern. Okay. Jesus not to use the flag. Sure. Is Glue ahead by now? He's ahead in the way that he has the control spells, but he's not ahead in terms of power. If they were to fight right now, for example, Garryson would wipe the floor with Gluhammer, because his army is like super overwhelmingly higher. Though he's missing a lot of stats too. Teleport moves the NTP. Oh? Wait, he's not recovering mana? Where's he going? Is he going what? Oh, he sees a magic well and plays around it. Pretty cool. Clever play from Glue. Then wait! No, I'm pretty sure he would have saved moon points if he just sat in the town with Pegasi. Then he can also, yeah, have mana to have his turn more efficiently. Oh, okay. 11-6. I mean, the Nymus is not that strong in terms of stats yet. Oh, Titans. Ooh. That's quite a few of them. Dude, it would have been like so much better for you to break the main break. I mean, the 3D Sultans are not that scary when you have your own 3D Sultans, right? There's not that many of them either because the HotA ended up buffing their value. I mean, that there's gonna be less of them when you face them. But, okay. Alright. Dark is cheap. What does he have 5 magics? He ended up rolling it on level 4 and immediately picked it. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. Does he actually not? I guess he values his 3D Sultans over any other units, so he will be making sure to take the retaliations away from the Titans before ever attacking them, I suppose. Yeah, my guess is that that's the idea. Yeah, he waits, then takes a retell, and then attacks. And probably a double attack will probably get it. If I recall correctly, Retail said today as well when I was watching him, when he got Fire Magic on level up. Usually is the play, but I'll skip it now. The idea behind picking Fire Magic is that you get a more consistent skill tree, because you pick up every single school of magic, and then you're actually, yeah, just way more consistent. But yeah. Consistency is not always good. Sometimes you actually want to take risks, because when you take risks, you get potential payoffs. And usually, skipping the Fire Magic is a risk that you can't afford. Who's your opponent? Yeah, Zanzer. Currently I'm not playing. I'm watching a match between Gluhammer and Garryson, and casting it as well, of course. It's part of the Elite Outcaster tournament by Avanker and MKC. Mine is playing how his lesser is risky to pick 5 magics. Sure. Every single Might Hero in the game is guaranteed a school magic level up every single 4 levels. Meaning that if you were to take immediately every single school of magic level up, you're actually guaranteed to get every single school of magic by the time your skill tree is done. If you end up skipping some school of magic level ups though, that is no longer a guarantee anymore. So it is less risky to just pick up every single school of magic level up to guarantee that you have all the casting that you need by the late game. They play so slow compared to you when they don't have tempo but bleed. So slow compared to you. They don't have tempo but bleed less. I guess both playstyles work. Yeah. You should be well adapted to use both the playstyles. Yeah, and just choose what you go for based on your game. That's like, of course, the best thing. When, yeah. Polish flag behind. Peppa Blush. Oh? Oh, that's behind Gluhammer. Yeah, of course. He is Polish and she's proud of it, of course. That's nice. But not everyone has the luck of a little Lexi. I would say that most of the time you're gonna be getting a fine skill tree. Wow, okay, what a turn from Mavincare. Okay, and that's the turn! Nice. This is when you don't have control. He's looking for control now, clearly. He needs to find some dimension door, some down portal, something like that. May I ask, what is the advantage of splitted the elves into 233 groups instead of 166? Sometimes you're going to be overkilling things that you shoot with your damage, and that means that damage is going nowhere. If you split the elves, then you're able to allocate the damage better. Not necessarily better, but most of the time better. He's going to be able to upgrade the elves right now by just TPing around. Yeah, okay, Glue is actually doing lots of good things. He is going to be like a little bit away from the stat pop-up, but he has scouting, he has diplomacy, he has all the spells already. He is very well set up for late game. You know what he's missing? He's missing the Goose Gold income, that's what he's missing. Too bad. Shame, Glue, shame. Glue's artists, yeah. Oh, he's actually skipping the HotA. I guess the thing, well, yeah, that would be like a HotA Beaky, so if there's an upside, he kind of just dies. His goal is still fine though. Yeah, he ended up using the income in order, he ended up using the early Goose income in order to build into some more income later. And that income that he built up is the thing that's carrying him right now in terms of goal. Not to mention, he's gonna be doing thugs and whatnot. He's fine. Ooh, that line of bolt is pretty painful. He's like, oh no. The game is not treating Garryson like very well right now. The fact that it was tight, the fact that his break was Sultans, the fact that his side break was Titans, the fact that he's not finding any control yet, like everything is pain right now for him. There's 2 control scrolls here, that's really amazing, he needs to do that. Does he not realize that every single scroll in the desert will be having at 100% of the time control scrolls? He needs to do that, he really needs to do that. Okay, Glue's not wasting mana for the sake of the alpha upgrade, I guess. Ooh, runs into Haspers, that's kind of hard. If there's like 19 Haspers there, which it very well could be, that's actually like pretty scary. Can't he kill 100 plus champs? Do you realize that is 90 champs? Yes, but do you realize that he is literally just moving 1500 movement points every single turn? Even if he were to lose everything but 2 freebies, I would still say that's actually worth it, right? Because he needs to start playing the game. Right now he's barely playing the game compared to Glue. But of course his losses wouldn't be that dramatic. I'm like exaggerating to make a point. Ooh. That is the spellcast? Berserk there. That seems kind of weak. No? I guess it doesn't have like that much better, but by that, if that is my cast, then... Oh, he actually gets the elves to shoot like that. Otherwise, the elves would have got them blocked. Okay, yeah. There was a very specific purpose for that cast, and the purpose was achieved. Yeah, okay, I respect that. But what I would have said is that, you know, if I'm going to be casting something like that, I would rather be saving the mana. But no, it was fine here. It was fine. Again, morale doesn't exist. Masterful, ranged, power stack player. Hey, I mean, he's doing it, yeah? You could learn a thing or 2 cons. Garryson looks like Vasily Zaitsev's friend. Commissar Danilov. Okay. Didn't up else. Yeah. TPing back and forth would have been quite a bit of moves and mana as well. I guess he wanted the mana for either desert play or for the break. Which is paying off quite a bit right now. Yeah, this break is painful. He's losing a lot of army, and now he's also blocked as well. Well, then again, Dendroids will slap, and he's fine. Doesn't take the water there. He doesn't like water, does he? Oh yeah, because he clutters his skill tree with trash like wisdom. I guess he usually cannot afford to go for water. Not to mention, he takes the game so late game that water is not good anymore, because both players have power to Dragon Fodder, right? Yeah, okay. I see. He's advanced TP. Oh, wait! He didn't have advanced TP, so he didn't even have the option to upgrade the else. I thought he just chose not to, didn't have the option not to. Okay, yeah, my bad. I made the wrong call there. Or rather, made a mistake on why the call was made. Yeah, boy, time to clear the desert with our 100 elves or tactics. He has scouting and full control. He'll be able to pick his fights very precisely. try to go into a few bosses that will get him to be able to do like the rest of the fights and what. And yeah, he's I'm certain Glue's well prepared for actual desert fights. Well, not for like desert fights, but like in terms of his hero setup, I guess. Wait, is that a +5 all here that he's fighting for? Damn. All right. I'm surprised Glue didn't look for a side break when he saw Hasputs. Side breaks are like so slow. And yeah, Sword of Judgment is nice. Oh, he sees an ear thumb, but it's like so far away. Hard to get to. Can barely afford a Mage Guild. Oh no. Okay. And now he needs control. If he gets control, then he's still in the game. Though currently the setup is looking... Oh wait, that's actually full control on the... Dude, they're like so far away. He can't even get there, man. Alright. No control of champions, too. Also, actually, no control of champions. Too many of them. What? Wait, but that's not me. I'm the one that would actually take this champion fight. He has no air magic. Who? Glue? Glue has air magic, so that's great now. Oh, you mean Gary? But yeah, but he's gonna be getting it eventually. He doesn't have it only for now. Trust me, the Cyclops will be angry. Trust me, when Ifriti Sultans are in their face on turn 1, they're not gonna be that angry. They're gonna be like, okay, sir. I mean, it's a Nymus. It's a stacked Nymus on their face, you know? Ooh, Titanu! Alright, he has 8 spell power. His damaging spells are not really that great. Cloning might be a consideration. Wait, what does that prayer do? I guess it lets him out. That prayer cast, really? I don't know. Spellcasting choices for Glue seem kind of weird. They're... I don't know. I just don't like them. I would be casting something different, but I can respect that. Ready for desert fights, 19 might, 1 for free, no army. It's not no army, it's like... Actually, yes, no army. Whoops, sorry. So for that one, is this official or just watching this for fun? It's not official. I mean, how do I put it? One of the organizers was like, hey, I want to cast some matches. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go. Kind of official? I don't... So yeah. I agree. Glue's insane. Must have forgot his brain medic. Yo, chill, bro. Does he have enough mana for TP? Yeah, okay, he left that. Of course. Glue's a smart player. Ready for desert fights? Well, yeah. If you hosted with 1 more pro, this would be all good. 1 more pro? What do you mean? So basically just showing your opponent's responses, I guess. There's an item that negates negative morale. Seeing so many mixed armies in these games. No, but you can actually just get a few miscellaneous armies that increase your morale. And then you're good to go. I suggest Rito for co-cast. Yeah, that could be fun for some. If I end up taking any more for... Actually, yeah, I'll probably cast some of the semifinals and finals as well. Goose, okay, so he has Goose. But dude! Oh, he's actually going for Earth Dome, so he will be having some control. But damn, this is like so painful for Amankar. I mean, this is the no bunker life, right? This is the bunker life versus the no bunker life. The no army versus no control gaming. This is the classic Jebus Outcast. Yeah. What is the orb do? Which orb? The Oberwehr magic increases your air spell damage by 50%. Which means 50% damage for your Chain Lightning, which is the best offensive cast in this template. The worst of both worlds. I think it means you and someone else just commentate the match together. Yeah, I see. At some point, maybe. One way or another, you are still fucked. Yeah, unless you like immediately roll into control as the tempo player, I guess. He takes wisdom! He takes wisdom! What have you done? He's gonna take the Earth Tome and then he's gonna go back into the biome. Oh my god. Pain and suffering. Just pain and suffering here, nothing else on the menu. Oh my. Oh my. Oh man. Jeez. It's maybe the right choice, but like it's so painful. I would rather GG than make that choice, okay? Alright. It's more dramatic than a telenovela from a Mexico. Mexico? Wait, I wonder if this is ever Angels. Oh, wait, his animation speed is like... Wait, I just saw something amazing. Dude, I think that Blue's animation speed is maybe like a little bit lower, and the chain lightning, I could actually see the bounces, and it went like really smooth from one target to another. I never saw such a smooth chain lightning. Is that only me? That chain lightning was the most satisfying thing I've seen in a while. Okay. Oh, from Mexico. Oh, okay. Wow. 4 life? Oh. By the way, that was only Zealous. Well, yeah. Because it's all pain and suffering. Okay, Bearman. Crusaders. Dude, these fucking Crusaders. Dude, both these players are so sad. Oh no. Oh no. Why are both these players sad? Somebody talk to them. I mean, no, they're fine. One player is farming Crusaders on week 4. The other player is like going back to the bunker. Oh no. What is this? Lexi, do you play also in this tourney? No. Oh, well, yeah, I do. Sorry, I just haven't played yet. That's what I meant. I'm playing on Friday versus Eustalis. So now we watch how you watch the people play. Yes, Nagase, so that is exactly what's going on. Also, am I the only one? Or I only see tower bosses in the desert. They are most common one. Yeah, I feel like I see those quite a bit too, but not always. Not always. Both of these players are a sad. Yes, can you move your cam so you can see the stats behind you? You can kind of see that. I guess you can't see mana, but you can see mana on the right side. You see? On the right side. So, not at the information on the left side. I don't think a move is warranted. Like, she will call Gluhammer in the middle of the night and ask why he must break his heart like this. No, I'll ask Gluhammer if he's okay. Okay, that's what I'm gonna ask. You okay, Gluhammer? This looks like my T50 rating play. I see, well, nah. Actually, no, man, go back to bunker is the only viable play, because he didn't roll air like the other gamer. Yeah, I guess the fighter kid doesn't have air magic yet is also like another adding factor here. So yeah, now he goes back. Not like that. I guess he goes to... Oh, that's a lot of Afraid Sultans. He can't really afford these though. I guess if you ban tower all the time, it's gonna have higher chances to be in the desert town. Yes, actually. Is that the under roof dungeon? My back is parked below. Okay. Damn. Damn, bro. I saw Hellite and fight this guy. Do the same thing. Take wisdom later on to free up miscellaneous slots. But like, no, you don't do that. Well, I mean, you shouldn't do that. He's actually like farming angel dwellings in order to get army. That's one way to get army, I guess. It's a pretty sad way, but it's a way. Is it allowed to fly over the break or use teleport? Only if one of the guards between the zones is already killed. If there's no guards that are currently dead between the two zones, then no, you cannot fly over or dimension door over the break. If you're not sure if there's a guard killed, then you cannot like go over. You have to be completely 100% sure that the other player potentially could have done it, for example. Okay, back over to Garryson. Be nice, Alexi. Okay. Spoiler skill over miscellaneous slots, unless you're going for sharpshooters and elixir. You mean by spoiler, you mean like filler, right? Whatever. But yeah, I agree with that, personally. It is the same with entering the enemy's biome. Yes, it is the same with going between any two zones in the Jebus type of template. There's a few more templates that have this kind of rule, but this is a pretty Jebus kind of thing to do. For example, if you were to play 61110A, which is like a huge map, then you don't need to worry about like breaks or entering zones. You can do like whatever there. Hey, did a sec? Ooh, T-Pon. Utopia. Wait! He's not going bunker! Bro! You keep playing with our hearts! What do you mean? Okay. In the beginning I thought this was a turbo game. Yeah, I thought so too. It was a day 1 elf box versus a day 1 Cerberus box. This is the game that we have right now. Okay, what do people mean with bunker? In Jebus Outcast, there is a zone that is accessible from your starting zone, which is the underground. In that underground, you have to fight a few huge guards, and then if you succeed, then you get access to a huge spell box, which has every single spell in the game. Which sounds pretty good, but then if you realize how much you need to invest into that, usually getting spells from other sources is usually better if you can have that. So yeah. We saw in this game, we saw earlier Gluhammer go there. Even bad spells like Implosion. No, all these spells available in the template, and Implosion is not available, so I demand a refund. No. Maybe he's getting his level up before going back. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Because one, he's gonna be getting level ups from the guards. Second, he does not actually want levels because he wants to save the last skill slot for the sake of the air magic. 3, even if he didn't level up into wisdom from the break fights, he would be able to take it down and then teleport away to get whatever experience he's missing. With all these things in mind, that does not make any sense. So yeah. What's going on? We're casting a match between Garryson and Gluhammer right now in Jebus Outcast, the Elite Outcaster tournament. It's a Jebus Outcast. This looks like such a late break. No, the break is not late, but it's just that they're not like doing that much right now. I guess. Many marketplaces. Dude, Glue has like so many towns. He has taken both these sides already. That's pretty cool. He's establishing himself. He's not strong, but honestly he's like chipping away. And he's getting like himself pretty fast by now. Read my mockery. Garryson has the best poker face. He is in constant I have lost my dog type face. Gluhammer is grinning like a Japanese manga every 5 seconds. Oh no. I guess. Who's the better of the both players personally? I think Glue. Glue has a very unique playstyle that most other people don't really want to, or don't see a reason to, adapt. But he has had really great success using this playstyle to actually gain some good wins against very good players, including me. Oh, like she good player, good kappa. This is a tier 3 Utopia, so this is going to be possibly pretty huge if you could score some air spells. Who has a very specific playstyle, drag the game out until the opponent falls asleep. Well... Hey, it works. Pain. He gets the sort of judgment that he already had. He gets the fire, but he doesn't need. Yeah, I guess he keeps looking for control. Just go on! You could have gone to bunker by now! You picked wisdom, man! You picked wisdom! Whatever. Don't consider yourself a good player if you hate on pigeons. Very interesting opinion. I mean, is what I would say if I cared about it, but yeah. Could you briefly explain what is special about this playstyle? He takes the game to like real late game, and he approaches the game like to make it as consistent as he can by building up income more so than other players, by taking skills earlier instead of finishing up other skills. For example, if you were to level up level 2 into diplomacy, most players would actually skip that because diplomacy doesn't do anything in the early game, but Gluhammer would pick it immediately in order to secure the game for the later stages, and stuff like that. He also usually goes bunkered in order to get all the spells rather than relying on getting these spells from other sources such as scrolls, tomes, spellbinder hat, and so on. So yeah. That's what I mean with his type of playstyle. Dude, look at his Chain Lightning. His Chain Lightning looks better than any other guy's Chain Lightning. Okay. Maybe Halide has this kind of chain lightning too. If he does, then I understand his playstyle more. Like he always goes full Halide. Who wouldn't want to see a chain lightning like this? Is Glue red? Oh, and yeah. Glue's the guy with the Polish flag in the background. Pretty sure the chain lightning thing is based on your version of the game animation speed. Yeah, I realize. Maybe even the stretch filter on the HD launcher settings, whatever. I had it happen to be when I played the Heroes Chronicles, but not in HotA. I see. Then yeah, he has the goose for lots of income. Wait, but he's actually guaranteed to have... Wait, does he have diplomacy? Oh, picks up the air magics, okay. Wait, does he have diplomacy? Yeah, he does, he does. He got it as the third skill after fire magic. Yeah, I remember now. What does Glue have? Just a bag of gold in its equipment? Is it actually available outside the goose? No. He ended up disassembling the goose and selling parts of it in order to get experience for expert wisdom in the bunker. Is Jebus Outcast a 1-hero template? Yep. It is. Yeah, we play Jebus Outcast as a 1-hero format. Generally. I say generally because originally it wasn't like that. Originally it was developed as a proper template for normal play. But eventually me and a few other guys started playing it on 1-hero, and we made a tournament for that. And then it got mass adopted by other people because they had to train for tournaments. They actually realized, hey, we like it, and yeah. So it went. So if you had no goose, you wouldn't get enough XP selling all. I decided the train of heroes thing pros deal. I see. Okay, so Glue's potentially pushing mid. I'm pretty sure that one of these players should actually be getting mid down, like, pretty soon, but wait. Oh yeah, Gary has been there for like quite a while now. Ignore me. 200 years from now, people will remember LEXIAV as the starter of the Jebus Outcast trend. Meanwhile, 8-hero rebellion will fade away. 8-hero rebellion. Wow. That sounds like the smallest rebellion I've seen, though I realize what you mean. Pretty weak Utopia. Okay. Still though, farming Utopias is gonna allow him to get like quite a bit of gold, which is gonna be utilized with diplomacy in order to get some pretty good army down the line. He also built up to 59 zealots by this point, which is his current biggest stack. Pretty bad. If Glue would win, could you write to him Polish Mountain, which means Polska Góra, something like Poland wins, but in broken English, just for the memes. Don't know, I'll see. His power stack 2-on-1 is 3 talent boxes. It is, but at least he's farming with control. He looked like quite a few libraries too, so his stats are gonna be like really good down the line. Meanwhile, Garryson in comparison isn't doing much right now. Whoa, he can double the break. Damn. Was this a play? Is this why he did the side break just to save the Afraidy for Diplo later on? Is this what a mastermind Garryson is? Wait, he's gone for the bunker after all! Oh no! Ah, he's going bunker 1-2 to finally get the mention though. This is the saddest thing I've seen. Oh no, just go for the champion scrolls. You know there's full air control there, right? Like, does he not realize what scrolls mean in Jebus Outcast Desert? 2-1-2 turbo play. I don't even. Okay, so Glue is like setting up for like super late game. Look at this! He's building up 10,000 towns at a time! He's going full Glue! Oh my god. Dude, I bet in the final fight we're gonna be seeing like 10,000 phoenixes or something. I don't know. Skulls on Jebus Outcast Desert being Fly. He could use Fly right now. Fly would be super useful to him, by the way. Star of the Builder, yes. Glue will force Jebus Outcast to include use. Oh, like that. Okay. He's opening up the side zone too. Sees the library immediately. Pretty good. Pretty good. Wait, he refuses the Androidians. Well, I mean, they're not like a super... By the way, what the hell is this zone? That's an amazing zone right here. Well, I mean, I guess they're not worth the gold. Yeah, they're not like a long term. He runs into fairy dragons. Stop bullying Gary. Like, what is this? Just stop bullying him. Just let him play the video game, man. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Oh, this is easy. No, he's angry about this, but this is easy compared to almost anything else. Yeah, these guys don't do anything. Ah, no. And then he takes a fight? That's like 1600 experience that you just got by second tier champions. Sure. Okay. I feel like that would have been a good Diplo. Crystal Dragon is going to secure you some utility and casting priority too. Not bad. Potentially. Another phenomenal turn from the Inferno. Glue's farming like multiple dopes and or libraries per turn. Well, with his biggest stack being a 30 dendroids, but yeah. You know what? It's working, so who are we to knock on it? Honestly, he could be farming some of these bosses here in the zone. He would like double his army immediately. He was upset about experience, not the guide. Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense because he needed experience, but he had the kind of guards that had like 0 XP. Yeah, okay. Makes a lot of sense. I understand. Then it's like really reasonable. CC Zelda just standing there. Why Peppo's sad? They have 30 HP. Like, they barely qualify as units, okay? Glue doing turbo right now. Yes. Also, like, look at this, like, pure raw building efficiency. He's gonna be having, like, 30k gold income. The most we've seen in any Outcast match. Not to mention his stat. He's, like, super turboing stats. Okay. Does he have any mana left? Yeah, so he can grab the library and probably grab the town at the same time. Wow, Chonic 2-1-3, insane turbo. He's doing a lot every single turn. The same cannot be said about the other player now. Does Glue get the Pog bonus for his castle? Oh, he's actually looking for XP right now. That's what's going on. Oh my god. 2-1-3. Gary is looking for XP for his expert wisdom for the bunker box. That is something. So how should you counter Glue's playstyle? Rush his zone as soon as possible. Just secure like a bigger zone of farming and then just out farm him. That's what I would do. Just grab the middle first and then just control a bigger portion of the map than him. You'll on average find more things to diplo, more ink. You'll have more income. You'll have more libraries, or you could just kill him if you have like enough tempo. That's what I would usually try to do. That's probably the most efficient way. Every single... Wait, sorry. Every single thing that Glue does in order to secure himself a better late game ends up hindering his early game. And if you have enough of these, then you can actually have so much more tempo that, yeah, you can just kind of end the game. Like very soon, possibly. And how is that working out for you against them? That's not a lot of experience, but that's okay. And we're kind of back and forth. Imagine if it was Rito versus Gluhammer with this rampy map. Glue gets killed in his main 1t7. 1t7, damn. Maybe. I mean, the hazard break would have not been easy. I mean, but this mass where Glue's gonna be prevailing, and Rito just, like, you know, kind of falls flat somewhere. So, there's that. Over here. Oh, he's going for the Utopia for the sake of XP. Dude, if he finds the airtime, I would cry. Like, if I was Gary and I found an airtime here, I would cry. I would just say go next, man. Like, I've been through enough. I've seen things, okay? I've seen the entire desert. No, you can't! You can't make this stuff up! This is the most painful game I've ever seen. Like, Gary has been through so much. He has seen things, okay? He has seen things. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Dude, like, he had that, like, a really scary face, but looking at this, like, horrible situation, even he can't help but laugh. It's like, okay. Like, what else could possibly go wrong? Like, I can't imagine anything else going even more wrong. Glue didn't took side town. Side town? Oh, the town over in the desert, I see. Well, I mean, he took like 10,000 libraries there and like 3 utopias or something, right? I guess he assumes that, like, how much more value could the zone have? I probably, like, already farmed it. So, you know what? Yeah, we don't use an extra turn together. Because, yes, he would have probably needed an extra turn, right? Who has no army? Yeah, he doesn't. He just doesn't. Then again, he has, like, lots of arties, and he also farmed, like, a lot of libraries. More zealots. More zealots! Nah, not more zealots. We need, like, 10,000 zealots. Please. Do it. Dude, those gold dragon bosses are looking juicy. Hmm. Who has no army, but yet soon we'll have... Damn! 10 angels! That's all of a sudden like a lot of army. In order to buy this, you would have to pay 60k worth of Diplo money, by the way. And you would be happy to pay that. So yeah, that's actually like real again. There's the army. Yep. That's actually like really good. Excuse me. Okay, well, Gary here has finally single dimension orb per turn. In a few levels, he might start double dimension dooring. Heroes 3 now. Let's actually listen to some Heroes 5 us. Those are actually awesome. Someone said no army. Yeah, somebody did say no army for a moment. Well, me included. He's able to deploy those 3D Sultans, so the army from Garryson is actually amazing, and way better than Glue's still, but then again, the stat difference is going to be showing very soon. Start was good for Gary. Yeah, both players had like a very turbo start, but then both players fell off in some sort of way. He didn't equip the... I guess he wanted maybe like lots of mana. Wait, usually you like... re-equip like differently in terms of boots. Usually you start the turn with boots of speed and then switch to your battle boots, not the opposite, but you know what? Okay, Glue. Alright. That's fine. We believe in you. He actually goes for the Nixus, okay. Latin Bolto. Okay, saves 1 zealot. I mean, he didn't lose anything to save that, so that's fine. Ludo covering mana with sandals, then switching to running boots for his turn so he can go faster. Yeah, equipping the Nikes. Let's go. You're one to talk about arty switches. Hey, listen. Just because I play the game crappily sometimes does not invalidate me to make fun of other people that play the game as crappily, okay? And that's how it is. High resolution gaming. Okay, the Diplo happened, and now there's 93 free Sultans on the side of Garryson. Damn, that's pretty good. So the first, is this like the first library for Garryson? It's like the first library, man. Dude, you're about to start. You got the Middletown like a month ago. Okay, not a month, but like a few weeks ago. This is Heroes 5 combat theme. Yep. He didn't leave his army in the mine yet. True. Arty merchants coming in. Goodbye, Airtone. Goodbye. You were never met. I mean, Ooh, Bugs Bunny, subscribe to tier 3. Thank you, my man. Hell yeah. Appreciate that a lot. It gives all stats. Oh, what is the significance of the library? The library is like the best way to build up stats on a hero because it gives permanently +2 to every single primary skill that you have. So, you know, you can equip like good artifacts with the ZK stats, but there's like gonna be a limit to how good that will be because, you know, you equip the best item and there's nothing else you can do. But meanwhile, when it comes to libraries, you can just keep getting more and more and more. And so your stats can get like ridiculously high. The more libraries you get, the better off you'll be. Okay, goes for like Cyclops stockpiles, really? Alright. And Sale, connecting the subs he got from Oyasumi. Thank you. Who'll win? Who'll win? I think Glue is heavily favored here to win. Because he got like so many permanent stats already that it's gonna be very, very hard for Gluhammer to catch up. But then again, in terms of army, Garryson is doing really well. If army will be the deciding factor in the final fight, then you know, Garryson currently has a lead. Now, based on how much gold income Gluhammer is currently building up to, I don't really think that this lead will actually last for that long of a time. But currently it's there. Well, see in about 80 minutes when Gary ends his turn on the library and Glue clicks it by accident.
I'm not your friend.
What the fuck? Alright. Hey, Coconut. Appreciate the sub, thank you. 3 months, woohoo. Where are the treasuries though? Treasuries? You mean like in the rampart? Nah, I don't really feel like they're that good. They're not really worth it. Glue lost the goose, now he will lose. I guess he feels like he needs to be equipping like the proper things. Takes a 5 for experience. He just looking for experience. Like Gary's just looking for experience. He's like, let me double dimension door. Please. Yeah, you see, that's the thing, the art, he just takes the fights. He just wants experience. Berserk being used here more here this game than I used Berserk in my, like, pretty much entire time that I played Jebus Outcast. He kind of has a resemblance of that Linus Tech Tips guy. I can kind of see it. Now that you mention it. Wait, he actually had Earth to level up as well. He actually got a little bit... No. Yeah, it's fine, okay. I guess he's looking for whether he wants to chill here or not, and decides to chill. Probably a right call. It takes him a really high amount of effort to actually move out of a town anywhere. So, yeah. Garryson is dead inside. After this game, I would be too, okay? He still hasn't built up a vortex. Somebody help him. I mean, both players seem to be in some sort of need for help. Hi, Lucy. I saw one of your videos on YouTube where a stack of units no longer joined your army because you dismissed the dwarves in your army and you mentioned Sympathy Diplo. Okay, so you are probably thinking about the giants that I didn't end up joining. They were only joining because of level 2 sympathy. Level 2 sympathy is a new bonus to diplomacy chance that you get when at least half of your army in terms of units is either an upgraded or a non-upgraded version of some specific unit. So yeah, LEXIAV live! Hell yeah! So yeah, to deploy those giants that I ended up missing, I needed to actually leave my army behind. Rather than take it, then I would have gotten the level 2 sympathy, and that's how they were joining. That's how it works. And also, hi! Wait, isn't this played on 235 Final Fight rules? Is it? If it is, then Garryson actually has a chance. I haven't heard of anything like that, actually. But, yeah, we'll see. Is there anyone that has breathing problems when listening to Home 5 music? I don't know why, but every time I listen to Home 5 music, I feel like I'm out of breath. What? I mean, now that you mention it, now I'm breathing consciously, so I don't know. Gluhammer is slowly building his army. I'm wondering how this will end, yeah. Oh, 3-2 Final Fight rolls. Oh, okay, 3-2. Well, yeah, then there's like plenty of time. Like a month to farm, over a month. with like full efficiency, full control, full income. You're having too much fun listening to that music. Wow. Many diplomacy options available here, but of course he probably wants to build into his ball stack, which is going to be the Afridi Sultans for this game, I guess. He sees the side zones being controlled by Glue. Yeah. Interesting. Looks like we will see Arch on Arch, final battle. Well, we don't know about that. Well, maybe. Now that Glue has quite a few devils, angels, he might actually look to go for Archangel power stack. Yeah. It would be like a very Glue thing to do, you know? He does have Castle down to the fort, so why wouldn't he? Dude, another dope, another library. These side zones are actually like really good, very powerful. I'm surprised by the fact he didn't check the angels for Diplo. You know, those angels on the Cloud Temple. I guess there would only be a few of them because they're only guarding like a single dwelling and a single item. Those angels over there though, he's actually he doesn't look like he's interested in deploying angels. At least specifically. But I feel like he should be. So yeah. Unless he built into more zealous Pega. He actually might be looking to get some value from treasuries based on the way that he's playing, because he's not looking actively for good diplos. He's not being active in using his gold. Okay. Anyone knows Glue Elo? I don't know what his current Elo at this moment. Usually hovers like 700. Went up to like 800 and above for some moments too. And yeah, 705. Pretty accurate guess. Okay, so what's he doing? Okay, going for this box. Seems like it's gonna be like pretty nice. Crusader. Wow, turbo. Oh, I guess he's actually maybe going for the water tome. Possibly. Well, he was 900 like a week ago, so I guess he fell. Why are there no 1k plus MOI players in the tourneys? Most of the... In order to have and keep a high rating, you need to play templates where you can consistently beat players that you're better than. In Jebus Outcast, you're going to be losing once in a while, so that's why you will probably be tanking Elo, and it's going to be really hard to sustain. So the players that actually end up having the best Elos are the ones that play templates that are big and control-based, like 6LM10A, HDM1, and those players don't actually participate in Jebus Outcast that much. So they play other tournaments, basically. I made 250 points without trying on JO. Okay, listen. Then you explain. What is that excuse? Then why does Fight the Sky not have like that kind of elo? I'm saying that to push like way beyond, that's kind of the thing. You have to like, have like a 90% win rate. And you're probably not going to have like a 90% win rate against like 900 plus players on Jebus Outcast. It's like, hey, I just made some elo. Like, wow, Rito. God bless you, Rito. You solved it. You made some elo. Oh, I thought it was a ladder for each template. Nope, not a thing. Dude, you're gonna have 90% win rate versus 300 rated if you are 750 yourself. Depends on the templates that you play. For example, Crack would definitely have above 90% win rate on HDM1 or 6LM10A, right? In JO. Yeah, well, yeah, I agree. That was my point. The fact that you can have like a very consistently high win rate against players that you're better than keeps the players playing JO that much from like very super high elos. That's what I think. That's the reason I think. And a sure large, like Jebus. Not quite like that. I think it's like somewhat different. Maybe, yeah, but 6LM might be like a worse off example. HDM1 would be like way better. That's why the best players with the highest elos actually play HDM1 almost exclusively, right? Like, lucky like Shopa. Here's feels like just totally like base. Anti-firewalk. Yeah, dude, that too actually, that too. Hi LEXIAV, is Lithuania a good place to be in terms of grinder? Don't have any experience with that. Probably have a friend that has some experience with that, but don't know. No idea. How many games do you cast today? I'm gonna be casting the series. Hard-hitting questions today. How's that a hard-hitting question? I mean, it could be like a meme, but even then, like, what does it matter? Wow. You mentioned a platform for dating for non-straight guys. Wow. Why do control templates give more elo? Like Jebus Outcast, for example. First of all, this Jebus Outcast is not what we would call a control template. I mean, at least personally. And the reason Jebus Outcast gives more elo is because it's bigger. It has the underground, and just because of that underground, it gives more than GC. Then some of the other templates, like HVDM1, gives more elo because it's a mirror template. Mirror templates give a lot more elo. No incentive to gain rating, so players on body. Maybe? Wait, there's like 5 hard changes right now. Okay, some diplomacy action finally going on. Nice. Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be using treasuries with this amount of gold. So we're actually seeing like late game rampy treasury power spikes now. Damn. That's quite something. Castle versus Inferno, classic match. Well, by this point it's more like I mean, it started off as Inferno versus Rampart, but now it's Castle versus Castle. Well, no, actually, it's Gary is actually properly playing Inferno. Another good. Oh, he actually gets the Ring of Vitality, so it should be like very, very easy for him to gain the Elixir by now if he doesn't have it. Get more attention on the game. Are Angels faster than Archangels? No, but when it comes to making your hero fast, the max amount of speed that you can have on your hero is 11. So any unit 11 speed or above is going to be able to make your hero have maximum moves, so yeah. And people are like really used to clicking on the Angel, so they just do that. It doesn't matter. Okay, he doesn't have the Elixir yet. He's actually missing the Ring of Life, which is usually one of the... I mean, the second easiest thing to get. Okay, he actually made item sets, by the way. Damn, look at this player. So yeah, he's making item sets, and he's hotkeying them, so he can swap between the arties with a single click of a button. And damn, we have lots of Archangels on the side of Hellite, just like that. Wow, okay. So all that farming ended up being pretty efficient. And then he's gonna be doubling these up. Oh my god, yes! Even more. Just fuse the... yeah, okay, good. Hellite, sorry. Gluhammer. How did he just upgrade them? He ended up building up a castle town to be able to upgrade those. Do you mean Zaban Light? Yes, Zaban Light. I thought I was tripping. Yeah. What would he say is the 1%... oh, well... wait, why aren't they fighting? Because Garryson is currently... I mean, Gluhammer doesn't want to fight. And Garryson doesn't have a choice to fight. So that's how it is. He doesn't have a choice to fight because if you were to like push for Gluhammer, he would be able to out-rotate him and just take his stowns away. So trying to push for him doesn't make any sense for Garryson to do. So until Gluhammer wants to fight, the situation will remain as it is. Glue Farmer, I can wait. Okay. He literally said 700 plus player can get 90% win rate going to 500. I would say, yeah, you can. We saw some insane Smurfs as well, and that proved to be the same. I would, but he also mentioned that this for Jebus Outcast specifically cons. I would say that's actually probably right. Like what? Are you gonna get like 90% win rates on JO? Nah. I post myself doing it on JO. Oh, but too low sample size. Easy. 5 angels. 10 champions. That's all about the angels, I would say. Okay, 10 more angels just like that. Alright. Oh, he realizes that the guard was taken here. So, whoa, actually, I think Glu has a chance to attack, well, no, okay. He's getting away. I proved he's wrong, so sample size of 1 is sufficient. No, what do you mean? Okay, he's like resetting, like look, but he's using like even more timer to like reset his hotkeys for the Octon sets. So like, does it actually save any time to use these? I'm not really sold on the idea. Because whatever time you save, you just have to initially invest by making these sets and then also to update them as well as you go. Okay. Turn over, back over to Gluhammer. There we go. Wait, where's he going right now? Oh, he's taking a Elite Tower. Of course he's taking a Elite Tower. Damn. Okay, he's going to the top. That makes more sense. There you go. Okay, then it's fine. Though it's a little bit closer from the Stronghold, but yeah, I guess the Elite Tower is worth something as well. More lethal gamer. It take them 1/10 the time to beat me on any other template. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. The bear tension is like way lower here than anywhere else. That much is for sure. Death is death, bruh. Well, can't argue with that. Well, rather one. Oh! Oh! The Swiss army! Whoa, chill there, Gluhammer. Wow. He doesn't seem like he's going for the power of the Dragon Father at all. Yeah, he's selling pieces of the power. So yeah, no power gaming this game, it seems. Glu's confident. I mean, in that position, I would be confident too. He has like so many stats. His army is like pretty ludicrous, and he has like so much income, etc. So yeah. So. Oh, these guys. He should try sympathy. Oh, he's trying sympathy right now. Okay. This is US5 music. I like it so much. Yeah, this is US5 music, and I like it quite a bit too. Oh, he's actually going for the ring live. This is the last piece for the elixir. Okay. What's sympathy? When it comes to Diplo chances, there's a few ways to actually affect the Diplo chances in your favor. One of them is sympathy bonus. There's 2 levels of sympathy bonus. One, if you get at least 1 unit of the type that you're trying to Diplo. So you potentially want to deploy angels. If you have either one angel or archangel, you're gonna be way more likely to be able to Diplo those. And then there's sympathy level 2. If you were to have half of your army or more be that unit that you're trying to deploy, then you're going to be getting another bigger sympathy bonus towards the chance of deploying. So that's why he took away army there, so 50% of his units ended up being fruity, and that way he has better odds. Yes, he's doing really well trying to catch up on Glu. Yeah, he's actually farming like so much every single turn. Like a library, he's completing like combo RTs, he's setting up RT sets in order to actually save timer so his turns are more efficient. And so he can actually have goose income every single end of the turn. Yeah, pretty respectable things all around here. I will let you join me. Do you have sympathy bonus? No. Well, kappa. Can we actually pursue Glu farming +1 defense on 2-6? He's on a different plane of existence from us mortals. I mean, makes sense, sure. And Inferno guy just gets a bear stack, he wins. That's how Glu usually loses, by the way. Interesting. Wait, 25 archer! Whoa, 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 whoa! Where did these come from? What? I blinked! There's 25 archdevils! Okay, alright. Alright. Damn. Glue going for the Ogre-Fist. Do you think so? Maybe. Ogre-Fist plus Sprayer is potentially like really strong. 25 archdevils is ass. It is most certainly really good, but I guess you're comparing them to a possible stack of this, and yes, everything is gonna look pretty pale when compared to Ancient Behemoths, of course. Still though, like really, damn. Quite a bit of something. Can not sell Ogre-Fist pieces, but everything else, yeah, I guess so. Blessings upon you. Send back to you in the cell. Damn, alright. This game is actually getting like closer and closer as we go. Glue ended up pulling out quite a bit ahead in many ways, but right now, honestly, the lead is being closed up by Garryson for sure. Yeah. Spend all your money on bears. It doesn't look like they were that we saw many bears at all. Glue is building up the next stack. Yeah, he's going for like a late game next stack for sure by this point. How does second defense or rating work? I mean, how does it calculate into damage? 5% attack skill. For every single attack skill of the attacking creature over the defending creature's defense, you get 5% damage. Or you reduce the damage by 2.5% for every defense so you have over the attacker's attack. That's how it works. So either 5% to 2.5% depending on what's higher. So if you have higher attack, then every single attack is going to be 5% damage. There's a formula, but it's like a little bit hard to comprehend. So more attack is better than defense. No, because damage scales infinitely, so meanwhile damage can be... I mean, that's not exactly how it works, basically. I mean, by the way, it doesn't scale infinitely. Because there's a cap of how much attack bonus you can actually receive onto your damage. So yeah. That's why Frenzy, by the way, sometimes like really bad. People that Frenzy Ancient Behemoths just don't understand the game, by the way. You almost never Frenzy Ancient Behemoths, because Ancient Behemoths at the high... at endgame situations, almost always deal maximum damage from attack bonus. And Frenzying doesn't do anything anymore by that point.
Oh my god, another friend!
So attack is better than defense? Not exactly. Thank you, QB. Appreciate that. Do you know that Frenzy bypasses Nick's defense block? No. Actually, I don't. I heard something like that. That it actually applies after the defense block happens. Which is ridiculous. I never knew about this, and I still don't know if I believe it. Oh, by the way! Glue's going for late game. Wow, okay. He's going for the end game. Ogre Fist. Wait, but does he have Orb of Permanence? Ogre Fist! Alright. If I have 10 units with 2.3 damage, when I attack, do they all do either 2 or 3 damage? Or is each unit damage rolled independently? Independently, there's going to be a range between 20 to 30 damage if you're attacking a guy with the same defense skill. Actually, I don't know whether it's actually rolled between the range or each one is rolled individually, because that would actually apply a different type of distribution, but I don't know which distribution it is. I think it's actually each individually. That's why you actually get more damage towards the middle, and like damage on the sides, like either 20 or 30 would be like way less likely. What is Gluhammer doing now? Gluhammer ended up setting up for the final battle, and he's going to be pushing for the middle by the way next turn. He's set up for, yeah, taking the middle down, I guess. So, oh my god, we're probably having the final fight. Oh, he needs to upgrade the angels. Okay, he can't upgrade them all yet. Wow. Okay. He has 28 Archangels versus how many of Glue? 35. So he actually still has less. Damn. What does Ogafist do? Ogafist is a combination of that casts. Oh wait, he's actually not going to attack. Okay. Here I thought we were gonna see a final battle, but yeah, you know. Oh my god! More angels! That's gonna be like sick Archangel super stacks right here in this game. Yeah. With what I said before turn. Well, doesn't matter because opponent has no water. Oh, you mean like the Orb of Permanence? But he doesn't know that. The Monix can have water. Just because the opponent doesn't have water doesn't mean that you don't play around it. No, the pushing. Oh. By the way, Fa loses to 1 hit worth of AB. Well, yes. So, wait, actually, I wonder if I wonder if Gary is gonna be going for some spicier combo RTT. Currently, he has Elixir, and Elixir is like cool and all, but that doesn't really do that much. Yeah, but they killed all them Behe stacks. Yeah, I mean, there's not like lots of Behes available or anything. Of course, Behes are super efficient, but still. Just tune in, this game looks really stacked. Is it Inferno versus Castle? No, it's actually Rampart versus Inferno. So, yeah, but the Rampart player ended up switching to Castle. And good for him, you know? Castle's way better. Late game, Rampy doesn't really achieve a lot. There we go. 35 Archons on the side of Gary. But he has like so many less stats. Currently, what you actually lack when you equip the Ogre Fist is that you sack like a lot of stats away from yourself. Like, you don't have that many anymore left. And currently, Glue's equipping the... Yeah, Glue ends up equipping the set for the... You know, he equips the Ogre Fist, so he loses a lot of stats, but still, despite losing all the stats, he still has more stats than the opponent, equipping the actual stat items, which is ridiculous. This goes to show how well he actually found up all the libraries and so on. And I guess he's actually remaining here, and he's looking to take the final fight. I wonder if he'll equip the sandals too. Would make some sense. Well, you're about to see them for 3 games consecutively, so strap in. So you're saying it goes to game 3? I like that idea. I like that idea. Though, not every single game has to go to like this upper late game. If they're both contesting middle, for example, then it could end pretty soon as well. Especially if one of them doesn't have control and is like pretty much forced to attack, or he would be getting out-farmed. Oh, okay. So, Fanalka's going on? Ooh, more Archdevils, but I don't think, yeah. Blue would be better, but closer, because of Devils, no? With closer? What do you mean? 3 games? You didn't say it's a 24-hour stream. Nah, it wouldn't take that long. Blue stats with Iron Fist, match the other guy's stats with almost Angelic Alliance. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Imagine being LEXIAV subscriber. I saw your message from the very beginning. Like, you're wrong, so I don't know what else to tell you. You really want attention that badly? You're pretty pitiful. Gluhammer versus 3D Fire Shield, the match. Yeah. So, there's an Ogre Fist on the side of, There's an Ogre Fist on the side of Gluhammer, so whenever he gets a turn, he's probably going to be moving his entire army pretty much immediately. Yeah, ban to you. No, I like you, so you don't get a ban. Wait, that's actually like pretty smart placement. If anything is gonna win the match for Garryson here, I think it's gonna be the Berserk. The Berserks are gonna be very defining in this fight, I would say. Burst is undispellable. Yeah, but at the same time, Glue's positioning of the army is like really good. Even that one single zealot there, between the Archangels and the Dendroids is really annoying. Can you see blue knowledge? Oh, okay. It is currently... Oh. Okay. That doesn't help. He has 500 mana, so yeah, that's good enough. Burst is so sick here. Like, sick in this fight, but not like in this position immediately, right? It casts it in the middle. You mean like champions the Dendroids, right? That's a 1-stack of a Zealot. I don't think it's that good. Blue has no counter. He only has Ox. He only has Arcs. Wait, what do you mean blue has no counter? The red player is... I mean, the blue player is the one that has the Expert Berserk. I mean, he has nothing better. You think so? Maybe. The Ogre Fist will... I mean, yeah, the Ogre Fist will pop and then what? Well, yeah. He needs to, like, crowd control the entire army before he gets slaughtered immediately on, like, turn 1, right? What is he gonna do? Chain 10 Archangels? Yeah? I don't know. No air orb too for Gary. Oh, is that the case? Wow. Okay. How much mana does Gary have? 500. 500 on the Infernal player versus the 300 of the Custody player. Honestly, Bears here does minimal damage. Yeah, the idea of the Berserk would be to stop these power stacks colliding into you on turn 1. Ooh, anti-magic? I guess? Well, yeah, actually, yeah, because Berserk is available. So this is like, you stop your lose condition, I guess. I would like to maybe see Expert Prayer and just like connect the entire army. Is there anything stopping you from doing that? Then you secure yourself the second cast as well. Do you secure? Yeah, if you wait on the... no, you can't wait on the Archangels. Gary is winning? I don't think so. I think Blue's like winning by far still. There would have to be like multiple mistakes made by... Yeah, there would have to be like literally multiple mistakes done by Gluhammer moving forward here in order for Gary to win, I would say. All Gary needs to do is press burst every round and Glue can't do anything. You think so? I mean, even the Archangels could probably slay like most of this. They are Ogre Fisted as well. Glue will win. He has Cannon, Pepega. Cannon? I mean, Cannon's not gonna do that much, man. He has cast. What do you mean? You don't know if he casts first? The thing that I mean is that if he were to not anti-magic, then he would be possibly getting crowd controlled on the turn of the Archangel. Oh wait! Oh, he cannot actually match the haste. That's why he would actually be guaranteed the second spell cast by this point. Okay. Garryson presses Frenzy on any stack. Presses Frenzy on any stack. I don't think it's that simple. Hey, Ruler. Blue will want to share. Fire Shield is OP with similar stats. I feel like you're overselling it a little bit, you know? Well, Fire Shield is okay, but it's not gonna like solo the 48 Archangels to you. Not to mention all the other big stacks. This is quite the epic battle though. I'm pretty sure that the Berserks will be... Oh, actually just like quite a bit of minus luck and minus morale going on. The Zealots ends up skipping their turn already. Blue instant use anti-magic. Garryson can come back with a good Berserk. I understand that. I understand what you mean. I saw the anti-magic too, of course. Even 20 Ancient Behees is enough here. Well, he doesn't have them, so rip. You're quite the bear advocate, aren't you? Okay, so he casts now. Who's gonna be moving? Wait, he actually skips the entire rest of the turn. Well, except on the Archangels, of course. Oh, he gets to kill the 1 stack. So that makes the Berserk quite a bit better. If we could actually kill the cannon too somehow. Oh no, no chance. Shilling best late game unit in the game as best unit in the game, SMH. So yeah, that's the cast here, huh? But then again, if the Zealot would have moved first, he actually would have killed himself into Nixus. Well, only 50% at a time, so maybe not good enough. Especially when he can secure better. Or if he killed the cannon with the Zealots, if he had enough damage, then the Zealot would have been guaranteed to kill himself upon something. Or wait, would he have shot? Does the melee unit that is Berserk standing next to an ally end up meleeing or ranging? I actually do not know. I think he melees, right? Range. Okay. For some reason I have like a vision in my mind, like they... No, I don't know. Or you mean Zealots? Yes, the Zealots. The Zealots that were in between the cannon and the Nixus. What would they have done upon getting Berserk? Would they have killed themselves on the Nixus? The Zealots pull up and take the fist fight. Yes, of course, of course. Doesn't seem like Gary's like that pleased about his options here. Well, naturally so. Do the players have a time limit in combat? No, there's no limit. I mean, but if you play too long, then you're gonna be told to have a seat on snow. That's like the only downside. Blue anti-magic Nixus next turn. Probably. I mean, yes. But yeah, that's a way to to dispel Berserk as well, right? Anti-magicking removes active Berserk, correct? Won't they attack cannon standing in that position? I think it would be a 50-50 between cannon and Nixus. Are the rest of the matches today as well? If the players have the time to play, then yes. Unless they, you know, have like some appointments and they cannot like really finish. I would be expecting that they both really want to complete the series by today. If you're told to see it on snow, you can easily counter with, is your brain okay, Breton? Watch in silence, cons. Watch fast in silence. But don't know the outcome, like Golden Bow. There's no Golden Bow in Jebus Outcast, right? Bow the Sharpshooter would be the only thing. By the way, it's actually like a big bonus that that he's actually berserking units that have Ogre Fist because, you know, they're hitting each other's fire shields. And by the way, the Afridi advantage of Fire Shield is not like very unique, because everybody has Fire Shield on the side of Hellite. Sorry, Gluhammer. My bad, my bad. Will you play this tournament or just cast? I'm playing this tournament, yeah. I'm gonna be playing Eustulus in the first round. We're gonna be doing that towards the weekend. The Dawn Light. Life versus fight this guy here. Oh no. Even the Dendroids reach like so far. Wait, Hellite and Gluhammer are not the same person. No, they're not. At least publicly. Yet. Wait, what is that? The free positioning? Yeah, I guess he doesn't want to get hit by the Dendroids, but he's setting up to like do things, huh? Whoa. Wait, what? Wait, Fire Shield do more damage to attacker. To scale how much damage attacker inflicts. Fire Shield just deals a percentage of damage of the unit of the received damage. So if you do more damage, you're gonna be taking more damage back. Of course. I guess 20% of 700 is of course 500. Kappa. So he's connecting onto the Archangels. I mean, yeah, he needs to get them down. And then, wait, he actually moved already on this screen. Okay. So, Berserk on the Archangels. Ooh. Is that the cast? Is that the cast? I mean, yeah, he's basically imploding 2 of the biggest stacks that he has. So, it's pretty potent. It's pretty good. Then, Ifriti Sultans are the next biggest threat to Gluhammer. Okay, kills the Archangel 1 stack. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So he ended up killing like quite a few of these. Honestly, it doesn't feel like that was that big. I feel like a Chain Lightning would have done almost like the same kind of damage here. So, okay, and he keeps these guys ground controlled and probably attacks the Archangel after taking the retail with the Zealot first, right? Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Gary's zoning. Gary needs to Frenzy Sultans if he has Black Orb, and he will one-shot Arcs. Actually, one-shot? How much damage would he gain? Considering that he currently is like about 1-to-1 ratio attack to defense, Archangels have about 10, I mean like 13 more attack defense skill than the attack of D3D. He's currently losing out on about 12, let's say 15 difference. Yeah, let's say 15 difference. And then he's losing out currently on 37% damage. And that the maximum from attack skill is 150%. So he'd be doing... actually not much. 150% is the cap of damage of that attack skill can grant you, right? He has expert. That doesn't matter. We are assuming that he gains maximum damage from attack skill. 300%? Is it 300? Oh, yeah, it's actually probably 300. Yeah, that sounds right to me. He can't cast Frenzy on Sultans. He doesn't have Black Orb. But yeah, that would be falling flat there already. By the way, he has to sack his entire army into the Counter-Strike. Wait, does he realize this Counter-Strike? Okay, I think he does. Yeah, so he avoids a hit on the Sultans. And the army keeps killing itself, like the rest of it at least. 70% reduction from defense, that's cap. So basically, Gluhammer is like having a... ooh, okay, Nixus with the... So wait, there's a way to kill Nixus, and that's Frenzy apparently. I never knew this. I actually never knew that Frenzy is like a counter to Nixus. But now that they're anti-magic, there's not actually a good stack that Gary could Frenzy. What a Gary cast. Gary casted another Berserk on the army on the right side. Blue got this 100%. I wouldn't say like 100%, but yeah, he does look like he is probably having it. So Gary can't cast Frenzy on Sultans. What do you mean he tried it? He just can't. This game is free to tie. Yeah, it was a decent valiant effort. If opponent has Black Orb, you can cast it. Pretty sure it can't. Because you would not be killing yourself with Armageddon. I know that much. I know that much. I tried making somebody kill themselves on my Black Orb with their Armageddon, but that doesn't work. Show his sign. Yeah, sorry. Hell, I see. Is this time showing to you Fire Magic is actually good in late game? I mean, he would be probably happier with water? No, but like, it's no doubt that fire can be good in these like super late game scenario fights, but it's still like not very preferable compared to pretty much anything else. I think you actually need Black Orb to use spells in your own units. Yep, that is the case. So, what happens right now? He kills 3 Nixes with the Archangels. With the 21 Archangels, he killed 3 Nixes. Wow. I don't know how you actually went this by this point. Is there Air Orb on the side of Gluhammer? I think there's Air Orb on the side of Gluhammer. So that means that summoning is not gonna be like a really good out either. So yeah, there's not really much that you can do. Huge Nyx Warrior stack is Undispellable. With Undispellable Ogre Fist buffs is pretty scary, yeah. I don't think there's a counter to this right now. The counter would of course be Frenzy on the power stack, but there's no like very well defined power stack apart from Ifriti Sultans which cannot be frenzied. Yeah, Glue basically get a bunker with all orbs available at the game. Force Field 50 turns. Well, not 50, 100. Currently Gary has enough mana to set that up, but he doesn't have the speed to do so. The thing is that, oh, you mean like 50 turns for the Ogre-Fest to expire? Oh yeah, but Gary's the attacker, so that wouldn't work anyway. But yeah, that would work for the sake of Ogre-Fest problems. Well, I mean, it would work if he could do that, but he can't because he's missing speed. How much mana does blue have? About 450 by this point, I think. Wait, actually we could like just swap here. Wait, blue's not the attacker? How did that happen? The Glue is kind of the attacker because he was the one to actually go in the middle of these two towns in order to make that connection. So, yeah. Kind of the attacker. That's yes. I guess he agreed upon Rumble. May I have some of that copium? Of course. Plenty. No frenzy. Wait. Oh, he actually tries the frenzy. Oh man, he actually tries the frenzy. Wow. But yeah, goes with the prayer. Yeah, these Nixes are completely uncontested and will just end up dominating, it seems. Are you a furry? No, not at all. These are speed 15 Sultans. They're still not really fast enough to do most of anything. Kinda sad. Yeah, it feels like Gluhammer got this. I mean, he was the favorite here, since his stats are way better, considering the fact he's equipping Ogre-Fest and still has like the same amount of stats against a guy equipping actual stats. Once again, Archangels, lock in his own Archangels and kite the Nixes. But where will kind of get you? Like, you have to have a goal in mind. Are you looking for the Ogre-Fest to expire? Like, how do you kill the opponent? You have to have a plan for that. And currently I don't really think there's a plan. There could actually be a possibility for, if you were to start a new turn where the anti-magic expires, you could get like a Berserk off and then kite him infinitely. That actually is an out. That is legitimately an out. Then again, okay, let's think about this. There's water magic on the side of Gluhammer, and he has all the spells. With water magic, he could just dispel the force field. I think that works. But he doesn't actually need to Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Because Nyx is in the middle, reach anything, and force field does not apply because of the dispel. No dispel, orb. Orb makes your units undispellable. It doesn't not make terrain undispellable. Guys, the orb does not disable the dispel as a spell. That's not how it works. Glue can't dispel force field. Both have orb of permanence, so you can't cast a spell at all. I think it can. Like, you cannot cast the spell at all if it affects nothing, but if there's actually things on the map that it affects, then that's different. At what point do you desperately start spamming your air elementals? I don't think they're gonna be doing that. There's no utility in that. I had a situation in actual games. Oh, okay. Well, if you say so, then I'll believe you. Can you dispel pineapples on pizza? How much mana does Gary have? Because your cam is on top of it. Like 450. He started out the fight with 500, and then he used a few berserks. This match is so tight. I wonder who will lose. Currently Glue is looking like the favorite, but there's like some potentially creative outs for Gary. If he can't get rid of force field, Gary won. Yeah, because he'd be looking for the turn where anti-magic expires and he can catch a berserk, right? And then with infinite kiting, he would be able to kill eventually. The Sultans look like a menace. They're not that much of a menace. They're kind of okay. Why does it like 450? Can't you see it, Lexia? No, I can't. I'm looking at the output. Like, I'm looking at the stream view, not at the literal streams. Because that makes it easier for me to stream, if I look at this. But I know, for sure, that whatever you're looking at is what I'm looking at, so I don't cast, like, a thing that I'm not looking at, because that's, like, kind of Pepega. Blue is red, Guard is blue. LEXIAV cheater, Bear Torch. Fuck you. Okay. I just realized that Archangels have, a Sword of Judgment in the left hand. Yeah, they do. I place him. Wait, what did he do? That I'm. He sacked demons and dodge angels. Sack demons. Oh, okay. I see. Interesting. It doesn't seem like that strong of a cast, but the way that I would probably think about it is most of his cast sucks, so yeah, just to like pick something that sucks the least, I guess. And getting back a pack of the Archangel seems like it's not really that bad. The demons weren't probably gonna do anything anyway. Ooh, another misroll on these Zealots. I feel like those Zealots didn't play the game much at all. Is alright trade? I would say, yeah, I mean, an alright trade for sure, but the point is that it's worth a cast, because, you know, if you're casting that, you're not casting anything else. Compared to, like, another cast is not worth it. Mismorals could be a win condition. Yeah, possibly. The Sultans are back too. Dude, actually, Gary is making this look pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. It's kind of worth it since he had Archangels resurrect more units. Yeah, yeah. Combos with that as well. His army is back all of a sudden. His power stacks are back and blue doesn't have much left. He cast res with Archangels twice. Oh no, he didn't. He might have looked at the one stack res, possibly. Or the other side res. 17 Nixes though. Yeah, but they cannot... If you could actually just sit behind the force field for enough turns that the anti-magic expires, and upon that turn, he could then immediately catch a Berserk, and if he gets them Berserk, then he just wins. Kuniki Clone to Res Archangels. He does not have auto magics. Gluhammer does, so he could possibly do that, but they're anti-magic already, so that wouldn't work. Glue Zerk the Archangel. Oh, did he? Sorry, I'm missing a little bit. I'll do better. Yes. Okay, so yeah, they went in and they hit the, they ended up hitting the champions? Or the sultans? The 3D. Oh, that's really, really painful. Oh, he hit the champions and it would have been like way better. Yeah, I see. A little bit unfortunate of what happening. But still, a pretty decent cast from Gluhammer. There's no more casting this turn left. At all. How does he deal? The Nixes actually beat everything in terms of a brawl, but you don't have to brawl the Nixes down. There's a trickery that you can use in order to, well, have a nice time. I think Gary have the winning condition. Force Field plus Quicksand until Anti-Magic have Iron Fist ends. Well, no, that's not, like, Quicksand doesn't have anything to do with this. Quicksand is useless here. The Camus coming blue, actual mana. He has a lot of mana. He has enough mana, okay? That's all. But yeah. Right, moving it right now would be like a little bit too tedious. What does Force Field do? Creates a little bit of unpassable terrain, which you can use to actually infinitely protect yourself against the attacker, melee attacker. So yeah, he gets another cast immediately. Does he go for a Berserk? I don't think so. Oh no, it doesn't do anything. Chain Lightning. Okay, we're back to the Hellite. We're back to the good old Hellite days. Okay. When you rejoin the save game that you saved before, before casting this match. Oh, when I don't know. I'll have to catch Centurion and lobby sometime. It'll probably be at some random timing, opportunistically. Glue needs to say those Archangels. Yep. This is don't do a lot of damage either though. Yep. So you can just kill the 6 Archangels and then just kite Nixus and wait for the Berserk turn. Yep. Well, I mean, it's not like that simple. He also needs to like get his anti-magic off, and then he needs to like finish off the Archangels, and then he needs to probably deal with potential summons coming out before they get anti-magic as well. Like, there's still like a lot of dynamics in this match in play. Lots of things going on. He can count Nixus, they reach everywhere on the map. The point would be to force field away from them. Can't you re-anti-magic before anti-magic runs out? No, because the opponent would be starting the turn, because the 3D Sultans are really fast units. That's why you start the turn first, and then you get to Berserk him before he gets turned to re-anti-magic. Because you cannot re-anti-magic before the anti-magic runs out, because anti-magic actually stops anti-magic from being cast. So, it's that kind of a dynamic. So yeah. Can glue res Ox after they die? Ox after they die? In what kind of way? Sacrifice the Nixus for Ox? That only after anti-magic expires, but yeah. Huh. Okay, res some dendrites. Like, he just needs like whatever meat to stay alive. And I don't think he cast it yet, right? Yeah. Okay, anti-magics. Yeah, this needs to happen. Anti-magic on the Sultans. I'm wondering if they can be resurrected or not if they die with anti-magic on. Oh, no. All the buffs or debuffs are negated the moment that you die. So even if they're anti-magic when you die, you will still be able to res them easy. Lexi, how much mana does Gary have? Enough. He has enough mana. That's a pretty... Is that an unlucky position for the cast? Yeah, he would have rather have it like more soft, right? He realizes that the 3D Sultans are more important, by the way. Okay, so that's good. That is necessary. Now we're late game. Yeah. He actually gets to start the match. He needs to like... yeah, he needs to chain lightning these immediately as they come. Well, then again, if he like trades every single cast for... it doesn't work out. If he skips a turn of chain lightning, then he actually gets the anti-magic. But if he anti-magic's done, then what? It's bad. He needs to force field. But then anti-magic happens on the elementals, and then it's bad. This is why we need... No, you're wrong. Whoa, wait, he doesn't even kill. Because he stole their orb. It doesn't matter if you kill like... Well, oh. You can like have wait turns with your 3D and like fly off the force field and finish off the last 3 remaining elementals. The fact that you kill like 154 instead of 160 does not exactly matter, I think. Wait, no, he does... Oh wait, yeah, he kills 151, sure. He needs some like... Wait, he could miss morale. There's a miss morale available. Oh! Wait, no! He could have done it! No! No! He catches the turn with the 3 air elementals! Oh no! Oh man! Oh man! God, like, he could have made Gluhammer miss a cast, which would have let him cast Force Field, which would have been like really good. Okay. Doesn't matter. But I'm having too strong. Now he needs to... Oh, you mean the air of not killing the elementals? I guess it matters, okay? I guess it matters. Okay, yeah, the chain comes out. Just kill the elementals, my man! He's not gonna play the video game! Oh my god! Just kill the elementals, please! Please, Gary! You don't need to stand in that position. Do you? Like, what's the point? Oh, he's actually trying to brawl them down. Interesting. Oh my god. Just Kill them! Kill them! Please kill them! Kill! No! Okay. What the fuck is going on? Air elemental spam. By the way, Gary has infinite mana. He will definitely out-mana Glue in every single scenario. Gary isn't serious right now, yes? Just BMing. No, he's serious. Oh, actually, here's the point. The point is that if Nyx's... Wait! Did he just cast Sprayer just to take that one retail? Really? What? Wait, what? Wait, why does he start a new turn? Oh, because it says for prayer. Wait, what? How fast are they? Did he like already wait? Yeah, I guess he waited. Yeah. I have an idea. Oh my god, wait. What if... Okay, listen to this. What if instead of like hiding himself in a force field, he actually closes the Nyx's into a force field? Is that what he's going for? He wants to bait Gluhammer to go into that spot, like bottom left, attack the Ifriti. Okay, he hits it from the right. He has defeat. He's anti-magic, my friend. You cannot defeat anti-magic creatures. As it turns out. Nyxes have Iron Fist buffs. Yes. By the way, why are the Nyxes without Ogre buff? No, they are. Why isn't he kiting? Because they have speed 11 and they sat in the middle of the map. What do you mean kiting speed 11 creatures? When they sit in the middle. That's like he actually went to the side of the map. He can do it. Well, yes, by sitting in the corner, waiting for them to go to the corner, and then him going to the other opposite side of the map. Which he did. At this point, there's no way Glue can win this battle. You think so? Well, yeah, actually, the mana might actually come in clutch. He wait for 50 rounds, and the Nyx are done. He doesn't need to wait 50 rounds. He actually needs to wait 40 rounds till the anti-magic expires. Then he catches the Berserk, right? Well, if he can deal with all the elementals. But he can, because there's like a finite amount of mana, I guess. Does both have a Sphere of Dispel? Yes, Dispel is not available, pretty much at all. I heard that from one of the players in chat, that you can't actually Dispel even Force Field if both players have Orb. Because it just doesn't cast. Dude, Gary's like looking defeated. Yo, my man! You got this! Keep your head in the game, man! Come on! Can you sacrifice Elise? No, you can't. Glue didn't get value from his Archangel's Resurrect, I guess. Gary's punching himself out. Force Field, remove via remove obstacle. Can you do that? I don't know. I don't think you can. Maybe with Expert. No, probably not. It's for terrain, isn't it? You need to play some Bitty Hill and run. He waits. Okay. Alright. It is Gluhammer's turn again. I love it when they're thinking 5 minutes and then do something, some absolutely yellow play. No, I love it more when they think like 10 minutes and then make like the obvious play that they should have made from the very beginning. That's the best. Yes, more of that, please. You can't remove Force Field and remove Obstacle. Been there, try that. Alright. Is this a 115 minutes, a JL? Yeah? Yes. The spell creates an impassable wall that can only be removed by extra obstacle or expert dispel. Long stream? Yeah, probably. Cast Berserk on air elementors. Wait, what? What's the idea here? I guess they hit the... Oh, okay. Ah, unlucky. 194 damage! Nice cast, Glue! He did 194 damage. Well, I guess he hit like the The air elementals a little bit as well. Sure. Dude, the Nyx is actually being whittled down. There's only 46 of them remaining. Now, that's still quite a few, but still. Compared to what they were. 200. Do they reach Nyxes? I guess they do. Probably. Okay. With free 1 mana, what else would you do? Damn. I like how that was twice as much mana as Bolt and did half the damage. Yes. I guess you expected the Yen to deal damage as a mage. Sorry, 3 times mana. Bad morale, did I mean now? Yeah, that was definitely like... Well, if he would have killed the air elementals and those miss morales would have cost him a turn, that would have been like way worse. But still, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. How much mana does Gary have? Like 350. Gary has like pretty much infinite mana. Is return this 20? I don't think so. When he replied... On -1 morale, only Glue can skip 2 turns in a row on the spell stack. Well, happens. As far as I know, Antimatter cannot prevent from dropping Quicksand, right? Why doesn't Gary use LEXIAV strat? Because it doesn't work here. Like, what? You're just gonna be spamming Quicksands? That's not gonna do it. Like, tempo matters. Basically, Quicksand is for situations where tempo doesn't matter. Right now, tempo is everything, still. You have to keep up your... You have to keep the enemy elementals down, you have to keep your ones up. There's like lots of things that you have to attend to. That doesn't allow you to free cast the Quicksands. Okay. So there's only elementals left from Gary's side. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. So we keep Miss Morale. That's the question. With Glue Miss Morale right now. That'd be pretty juicy. Come on. Let's see it. Or is this already a wait turn? I don't think it is, right? Okay, he catches the turn. Okay. So he gets a cast. Any dingers in chat? Okay, he cannot cast Resurrect. Resurrect and Implosion are not available in the template. What is Ira the Mage? Is Ira the Mage anime? It's not anime, it's a challenge map we played. Okay, so he just casts a summon stack. And it cannot get like chain lightning either. The reason being is that if you were to chain lightning that, then well, that'd be kind of bad because you'd be killing most of his stacks as well. Retreats with the Nyxes. That means it might be like a battle of mana. And if it turns to a battle of mana, then I mean Garryson is like way in the lead here. But what? Oh, there's a difference between Nyx and Bear. Nyx is 0 pressure. I guess so. I guess so. I mean, still like an unstoppable force here, moving around. Bear, hi, your army dead. Well, also Bear dies, so that's like a big difference as well. Glue, no. 77 mana. Yeah, honestly, I thought that Glue was actually winning here 100%. Well, not 100%, but I thought he was like probably gonna win. But turns out that that's actually not that simple. LEXIAV Nyxes will only falter under the pressure of oxygen. Oxygen, Nyx Warrior's worst enemy here. Yes. Also, the longer Glue play this, he has more chances to miss a turn on Miss Morale. Yep. Well, he wouldn't miss a turn because the elementals would probably be catching it. So, it's not that bad. The streamer should have played more challenge maps. What the fuck is this battle? I'm sure he would have played it better. Fitness. I feel like Nyx's fit in the archetype of Fortress better than Cove. Well, certainly not for the reasons he initially predicted though, got Stefu. He predicted either Berserk winning or Frenzy winning. This is quite not like that. If Gluhammer went here, probably without the Ogre Fist and actual stats, I feel like I actually would have won this, by the way. But instead he chose the Ogre Fist, and it didn't actually end up paying off that much. And finish that Art of Mage map. No. It's currently postponed indefinitely. Don't know what I'm doing with that ever. If I am. Ooh, morale. I don't think that does anything. Besides he has no first cast, and he gets owned by Burst even harder. Does he? Because Berserk actually ended up killing a lot of things into Fire Shield. Okay, Gary, chance for victory as Glue types out the GGs. Damn, what a game! Gary ended up winning. Wow. Second CM, Baroque LEXIAV. Well, yeah, Fire Shield is good. Zero value Berserk. Give me my hard-earned points. Easy. Okay. But we really predicted this from the very beginning. Kappa. Map winner, Garryson. Here we go. Minus luck every time. Oh yeah, there was a lot of minus luck as well. Yeah. That was quite the match. That was quite the match. It was a very enjoyable watch. I thought he would win with Frenzy. I mean, realistically, if the guy had Black Orb, he would annihilate him. TLDR last game. Better hairline wins. Well, yeah, that's actually a prediction that happened. Glue's molding so hard. Is he? Was a great match. Hope to see 2 more. Yep, indeed. The base stats of Glue were like 10, at least 10 all higher than the opponents. I think it was like 15 or like up to even 20 all higher. The stat difference was like really insane in Gluhammer's advantage. The armor is also like okay. Where did it all go wrong? It's actually the fire magics now. Yeah, he's looking at this and it's like, why? You have nothing, my friend. Dude, but Gary had like such a tough run this game. Dude, this entire game was such an adventure for Gary. Wow. I think Iron Fist is a mistake. Most usually it's like pretty potent and pretty good, but in this situation it didn't do a lot for him somehow because no damage. Nobody did damage. Like, if you had, actually, if you had bears instead of Nyx's, then those bears with the Iron Fist would have like just destroyed the entire map. But with no damage and the game going late because there were so many turns, with every single new turn, the caster stat advantage of Gary ended up doing more and more. I thought Glue's army looked so much stronger at the start of the fight. I think Glue missed the opportunity to run and let the Berserk tie him down. Missed a chance to run? I don't think there was such a chance. Like, maybe. He could have like paired up and like immediately just slammed down. Possibly. But, I mean, do you assume there's Berserk? Maybe you should. Especially when you have over permanence and don't really have a counter. All changes to select 0 damage unit. It's only good when you have no stats available, but when stats become available, all changes lose their value. I'm ready for next game. Gary is out for blood. Gary takes no prisoners. Wait, where did he go?